Good morning. It's Orlando Day 6, and today is Universal Studios Florida, and I'm so excited for yet another Universal park. Now, this morning, we picked up some breakfast from our hotel, the Tuk Tuk Market, which opens at 6 a.m. And the boys got 2 Fruit Loop cups. Now, these were $5 a piece, but they come with the milk. So, still kind of pricey, even so, but at least we learned about the milk after we checked out. So, it's better than what we initially thought. And then I ordered a chocolate chip muffin. Amy didn't want anything. So this is just our little meager breakfast here. We've already packed up our things, taken our bags down to the luggage services and all of that. We had some extra time because we woke up at 7 a.m. this morning. The park does not open until 9, and there's no early entry at Universal Studios Florida. Because we have the Express Pass, we're also not interested in waiting an hour for the park to open. So we just want to leave like maybe 8:15 to 8:30, just enough time to get over there right before 9 o'clock. And so we woke up a little too early to get all of our stuff packed up, decided to stop in for breakfast, and once we're on our way to the park, we'll catch back up with you. We are off to the park now. We chose to walk this time instead of taking the water taxi. Yesterday, I forgot to tell you, but it was an 8-minute walk, so not too bad at all. Now that's us. You can see how quickly Benjamin's moving there. Now, the rest of us are quite not moving that fast, but we still do move faster than probably the average person when it comes to walking, just because we go on lots and lots of walks. So maybe factor in a little bit more than that if you are going to walk, but we enjoy walking, so we don't mind taking the nice little stroll. Isn't it beautiful? I'd like to talk about our hotel a little bit here because we have checked out at this point and we are done. Yesterday, my Aunt Valerie was saying she didn't sleep very well because the pillows aren't really all that great. And I didn't remember it the first time, but maybe I was just like super tired or something. But last night, I did actually notice what she's talking about. The pillows, they're cotton, they're not down, and for a deluxe resort, it's pretty surprising. They were fairly lumpy to me, and I did have a hard time sleeping as well. Did you? You didn't?
But I was tired.
So, I don't know. I'm just going with it. For a deluxe resort, I still feel like Pop Century had better pillows, better beds, better showers. The only thing that this hotel had going for it was that Amy said that it was a little bit larger.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. And like we said yesterday, moving over from Disney to this resort for the sole purpose of getting the unlimited express passes was way worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
The last time we came, we bought, the regular basic express pass, but the kids absolutely loved being able to re-ride a couple of rides yesterday in the afternoon. I mean, Kane's rode Velocicoaster 3 times yesterday.
He did.
So...
And we rode Hagrid's 3 times, though that wasn't an express pass.
No, and we actually did pretty good with that. We took their advice. We rode it first thing in the morning.
In the afternoon. Then right before close.
The guy at the front desk told us if you see it drop below an hour wait, like hop in line.
We just exited the resort walkway, and that's the bridge to Islands of Adventure. But since we're going to Universal Studios Florida this time, we actually have to walk all the way over there. You can see the globe on the other side. So we have to walk through City Walk and around. And it's a little earlier than I wanted. It's 8:34 and we're approaching the entrance lines. The park doesn't open till 9. I didn't really want to get here till like 8:50, but it is what it is. At 8:41 a.m. they are letting people in already. 8:47 and we are in the park now. So it took 6 minutes to get through that little bit of security line that you saw in front of us. However, there is just a rope up here that so the park is not open. They were just like getting people scanned in and that sort of thing. We're not even going into like ride lines right now. It's just the big rope drop line here in front of Minions. 8:50 and the rope drop line is already moving. We decided to go to VillainCon first, and we're going to stand by it instead of Express because we have like 15 people in front of us, and that's it. That way we'll save my mother's Express Pass in case they want to do it again later. My mom and my Aunt Valerie have the standard single-use Express Pass while we have unlimited. So We're just gonna save theirs for right now. We had two plans this morning. We were either gonna come to VillainCon first or we were gonna go back to the back of the park first. But everyone else was going back to the back of the park, so I want to do what everyone else isn't doing. That's why we came here.
In case you missed it from yesterday, we have Express Pass Unlimited because of our hotel stay here at Universal. So even though we checked out this morning, we still have our Express Passes for today. We aren't using it for this ride at the moment because there's only about 10 people in front of us in line.
Ultimately, it's every villain for themselves. Hey, get out of here! I'm on the air!
That ride was really fun. Obviously, I mean, I could have filmed during that one, but I was playing the game. Just like anytime we go to Buzz Lightyear, it's like, I'm playing, I'm competing. I'm not filming. But I gotta tell you, I had no idea what I was doing, and they have this thing where you could sync your blaster to your phone. It's actually the only way that you can save your score. They do have a scoreboard at the end, but only the people who have sunk their blasters get their scores to show up. There were only 3 people that did that, so only 3 scores were on the board, and my score was higher than all of theirs, but I don't know how good it is comparison. There's no like, oh, you did epic, or here's the lower end. There was no like scale, so I don't know. We'll do it again later, and I'll sync, and maybe I'll see if I can get my score to show up for you guys. Next, we're just gonna come up here to the Jimmy Fallon ride. We were headed towards Revenge of the Mummy, which is back that way, but we're here, and we're probably just pretty much gonna go in order. 5-minute wait. I guess you might as well. So once again, we're going standby because it's a 5-minute wait, and I figure it'll allow my mom and Aunt Valerie to use their Express Pass later if they really like this ride. And of course, that is gonna come in really handy with Minion Blast already, or VillainCon or whatever it's called, because we'll all ride it again later.
People were unable to allow remission and over the valley is back, neck, or heart condition. You better start to listen. It's risky business.
Well, that was fun. I've never done that before. Benjamin loved it because it had some pandas in it. But I didn't realize it was like a big whole audience vehicle. Like they had just one vehicle for everybody. Kind of like Star Tours, but like 3 times the size of Star Tours. Woo, there goes Rip Ride Rocket. That is the first time I'd done that, so that was interesting. Now we're gonna venture off of this away, see what else we can do. I think we're going to Revenge of the Mummy. There it is, the Revenge of the Mummy. And they have a really tall Pharaoh out here.
We are in serious trouble.
Poor Benji did not like that one. He needs a hug. Oh, he looked very scared getting off that ride. He didn't jump or scream or cry or anything like that, but he's very clingy now. There's the Mummy here is actually much longer and more involved and in-depth than our one in Hollywood. I liked it more. It's a lot jerkier, though, I will say that. So the rest of the group didn't like it that much, but they hadn't ridden the Hollywood ones to compare it. But Yeah. Amy's gonna try to find something to eat. She doesn't do well with motion simulator rides. And the next ride that we're gonna go to is Fast and Furious Supercharged, which is one of those motion simulator rides. So she's just gonna sit this one out and get something to eat. Fast and Furious Supercharged should be very similar to what we have in the studio tram tour at Universal Studios Hollywood. I imagine just like Kong, there will be portions that are unique to make this ride longer than just the segment that we have in the studio tour. But by and large, it should be similar. So Amy's already seen it, so she doesn't mind missing it as well.
At not even 10 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, I did. Ladies and gentlemen, Dom Toretto's out there ripping up the pavement.
The person's excited. Yes, I love it. Do not worry about it.
Well, that was good. That one was 100% our one in Hollywood. There was nothing different except, I mean, I guess I couldn't say 100%, 95%. There was a room with some cars in it that you used just to get to the screen. Aside from that, the actual video itself was exactly like what we have in Hollywood as a part of the studio tour. We'll go into Diagon Alley in a minute. It's always so nondescript. You can't ever tell like where you're supposed to go just because of the way the buildings and the facades are. But come over here to the night bus first. So here's the night bus. Hello.
Welcome to the night bus. How are you?
Doing well. I guess there was just so much I wasn't paying attention to the last time we were here because there's Grimold Place. Number 12 Grimold Place. And I completely missed it the last time. We're actually gonna bypass Diagon Alley for right now because Aunt Valerie's got to check in for her flight soon and doesn't want to be like deep in Gringotts because you might not have cell reception. So to kill some time, we're gonna come over here to Men in Black, and that should be totally fine to do. We are gonna skip all of Springfield. That's not interested to us. We have this at Hollywood, plus the Simpsons ride. It would be number one, terrifying to Benjamin. I've been on it before, but it's just, I don't really think it's all that great of a ride anyway. Now, you haven't done it, have you? But
I've seen a video of it.
You've seen a video?
I would be traumatized.
Oh, absolutely, 100% traumatized. We look across the lake here, you can see Rip Ride Rocket and a whole bunch of buildings that I don't know what they are. Mostly food, probably. Here we go, Men in Black. We have to get a locker for this ride. I don't understand it. It's just Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters for all intents and purposes. And we have to get a locker. Men in Black, alien attack. Whoop. Here we go.
Six passengers when instructed, quickly move to the farthest possible seat.
There is like nobody here this morning because the park seems very empty. We've been walking on to most rides, so I guess everyone's over in Islands of Adventure maybe? Don't know.
As with any of these game type rides, I'm way too competitive to actually film anything. They probably wouldn't let me film on that one anyway. That one was the type of thing where they, you know, didn't even want loose articles and things. I couldn't even pull out my phone to film the score at the end because the restraints had it securely locked. But I got 155,000 points. Amy had 136,000 points. James had 63,000 points. And Benjamin had 17,000 points. Amy got 100,000 because she pushed a red button when it says press the red button. And I guess the first person to push it gets 100,000 points. I didn't get any for pushing the red button, and I was like a second too slow after her. Well, now we're gonna head over to the Harry Potter area. From the time that we got on, it was a 10-minute standby wait. Now it's a 35-minute standby wait for Men in Black. So maybe people are pouring into the park now. Maybe they just didn't come over to this area. Although this area also didn't open till 10. That's something that I should let you know about. E.T. and Men in Black and probably Simpsons, that whole area over on this side of the park, said that it was not opening until 10. They're doing this like staggered opening thing. And I wanted to go to E.T. first this morning. Like, that was my plan. We were going to go to E.T. And then we saw that it didn't open till 10, and I'm like, what? But I guess that's what Universal is doing now, is like staggered, staged openings. So they don't have to staff the areas that generally are less popular. We decided that we have to go in the main way to Diagon Alley, of course. Got to do it the first time we walk through. Here we go. Look, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. People waiting for the dragon to go. We plan to come over here to the Leaky Cauldron for breakfast. Or not breakfast, lunch, my bad. Lunch. But right now we're gonna go to Gringotts Bank and we're gonna ride Escape from Gringotts. Never mind, it says it's delayed, which means it's currently broken. So with Gringotts delayed, we are just gonna come back to the Leaky Cauldron. I did check, it opens at like 9 a.m. and it's open till 7 p.m. So it serves breakfast till 10:30, but that means they should be serving lunch now. So we'll, oh, down here. It's like, that's not the entrance, this is the entrance. It's a little early, it's only like 10:45, but. So our table is this nice little nook. We have 3 people on each side, and then there's like a little wall here. They are not doing a line, just like the 3 broomsticks was yesterday, which means they just directed us to a table to sit down. There's plenty of tables at this time of the morning. It's almost about 11 o'clock right now. And then you mobile order and you tell them what table you're sitting at, and they'll bring your food straight to the table. I just love coming in here. I love this one in particular because we have 3 broomsticks in Hollywood, but we do not have Leaky Cauldron, so it's always nice to be here. I couldn't see it from where we were sitting, but my mom did. She's like, there's a big cauldron over here. So of course, we're in the Leaky Cauldron. I have to come take a look at it. And why is it leaky? Well, because there's a big crack right down the center of it. And our butter beers arrived first. We have 2 frozen butter beers, one for me and one for the boys. Amy did not want to order anything today, and 1 butter beer is fine for the boys. They couldn't even finish it yesterday. Amy had to help them. They are frozen beverages, but I feel like they're thicker than your standard frozen beverage, so it's very filling. Here's a look at the food that we have at the Leaky Cauldron. Amy and I both ordered bangers and mash, and it's the item that we were most looking forward to because they don't have it at the 3 broomsticks. My mom ordered the fish and chips, which is a pretty standard item for the Leaky Cauldron, so I wanted to show it to you. For the boys, we ordered them a banger sandwich. Now, they don't like any of the stuff that's on it, so we got it plain, but it kind of came falling apart, so I'm kind of disappointed by that. We also ordered a banger on the side for them to split. This may not look like a whole lot of food, but it should fill them up just fine. If not, we can always order some more. In fact, Grandma said that she will not be eating all that fish, so she'll be able to share with the boys. Check this out, we're on our way out, and they've got a, have you seen this wizard? Sirius Black.
So we just got done with our meal, and I think Benjamin really liked it because he not only ate his own banger, he ate one of Daddy's bangers, and he ate half of James's bangers, and I think he had a couple bites of my bangers. So I think he had equivalent of like 3 bangers at lunch.
That little guy right there, that little guy ate 3 sausages.
Yeah. Now granted, he didn't eat any sides or anything in the end. He like only ate the meat, but still like. Yeah, and James ate one of Grandma's fish fillets, so we're all good, and I think we might get some ice cream from Florian Fortescue's after riding Gringotts. Oh, wow, he wants ice cream. I'm so hungry.
How are you still hungry? We just went to the restroom or the public conveniences, and this umbrella right here does something. Oh, there we go. You get the ice cream here at Florian Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor. I believe we are getting one or just got one at Hollywood. I have not been back to Hollywood since February, but I know they were adding one at that time. Oh, this is so cool. I mean, I've been in here before, but it's been a while. I've been in Forbidden Journey how many times in Hollywood, so it's not as impressive anymore. But this, super cool.
Here to open
Ooh, there's a vault.
I'm supposed to take you down to see the bulls. Let me just get the keys. What was that?
The Weasley's wildfire whiz-bangs. Fireworks from my brothers Fred and George.
Even some in the magical community find the ride a bit challenging.
We got off Gringotts and we worked our way out of the land. It was very tight and cramped back there. Lots of people standing, waiting for the dragon to shoot off fire. And I wanted to talk about Gringotts and my child for a minute. So Benjamin is just over 48 inches tall, which means he can do pretty much everything at Universal Islands of Adventure and Studios Florida now, with the exception of a few of the bigger rides. And while he's tall enough to ride everything, at 6 years old, I don't know that he's quite mature enough for everything. What I mean by that is the Mummy earlier really scared him. And Gringotts here scared him. Forbidden Journey over at Islands of Adventure scared him. So there's a lot of things that, like, when he gets off the ride, he's just like, so just keep that in mind if you've got kids around his age, 6 years old, or they're more sensitive. James has always been rather fearless, even at Benjamin's age. Wouldn't have bothered him. He'd have thought that was neat and clapped. So, I mean, every child is a little different. Benjamin's a little bit more sensitive. And so, like I said, just keep that in mind when you're trying to figure out if it's right for your family to come to Universal. Now, Islands of Adventure, way more Benjamin speed. He enjoyed all of that. Even the Jurassic Park ride. I mean, I don't know why the dinosaurs don't scare him, but, you know, that sort of thing does. I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's just because it's dark and the Jurassic Park one's not really dark for the most part. I don't know. Anyway, just use that to help. At the moment, we are working our way over to E.T. and Amy sees misters. She's drawn by the misters like a moth to the flame. But we are passing Animal Actors on Location here. I don't think we're going to see that show today. If we see a show today, it's going to be the Bourne one, so that's at least what we hear. We have to see. But where E.T. is just on the other side of the trees here. The brand new DreamWorks land that they are opening up is currently only open to, I think, pass holders and media. Although I don't even see a whole lot of
cast members right now.
Oh, cast members.
Pass holders
Team members. Okay, so it's just team members. They're not called cast members here. But that we can say there's like hardly anybody in there. So that would make sense. Not pass holders yet. Pass holders soon. E.T. Adventure. Here we are. I love this queue. It's very nostalgic for me, reminiscent of my childhood. I remember, for Express, keep left, keep left. I feel like this might have been one of the first truly immersive queues that I can ever remember being in. What did you think of E.T.?
Good.
You like that one?
Yeah, and he said my name.
He said your name at the end. Wasn't that so fun? We are gonna walk straight over to the Bourne show because there's one at 1 o'clock, I believe, and that starts in 30 minutes. So we need to try to get over there. We can use Express Pass on it, from what I understand. But while we're walking, I did want to mention that when we first got in line for the ET, they said that they were going to give you a card and put your name on it. And we're like, what? Well, I don't think they're going to do that anymore. I don't think they do that. And they did. They still do that, indeed. And it's so that they can say your name at the end. And Benjamin just thought that was great and grand. And I think it had a very like Dr. Seuss sort of vibes at the end with the like colors and the ET music. It's just, yeah, it was like we were back in Seuss land. The Bourne show is all the way straight down at the very, very far end, but crossing the road right now are some Madagascar animals. Don't remember their names, maybe Leo and then King Julian. I think that's their names. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. They're about to meet some people. I like to meet you, meet you. Over there in front of the horror makeup show building, they're doing a Beetlejuice meet and greet right now. Scoob! Well, hello, Raggy. Got the whole crew. Okay, time for the Bourne Spectacular. Everyone says this is the best show at Universal Studios, and we're excited to check it out. There's a lot of space in here. We're at the 30-minute mark. Show's at 1, it's like 12:35. And I thought that this would be full. People online were saying that they showed up 20 minutes before and weren't able to go to the show because it was full. So we were trying to make sure that we were here plenty enough ahead of time. And yeah, there's like nobody in here. What's been your favorite ride so far at this park?
Don't know.
I'll pick one.
Bill and Con.
Bill and Con? You like the video game? We'll go back there, I'm sure. Maybe even after this.
Yay! It's as big as the Minion screen.
What did you think of that show?
Good.
Benjamin? Was it scary?
Mm-hmm.
Again? Poor Benjamin. I thought the show was phenomenal. The way that they use the screen, I can't show you anything. That's the annoying part. You can't see what I saw. But they have this big, massive screen on the back. I did show you a clip of that. And they use that to, change the scenes and all. Like, they had on the stage, they have stuff that rises up out of the floor. They have vehicles and pedestals that rise up out of the floor. Then they have set pieces on wheels that come by in front of the screen. And I read online beforehand that if you pick a seat in the back, that the effects on the stage look more real. So that's why we sat in the back. And I couldn't tell. Like, I really couldn't tell the difference between the screen and the on-set pieces. It was nearly seamless back where we were. Phenomenal. They had fire and water and like 4D effects. It was the Indiana Jones stunt spectacular at Walt Disney World, but with modern technology. And I mean, it was great. It really was. What did you think?
I liked it. They also like getting you wet here with random special effects.
And they love screens. Universal and their screens. So beforehand, they said like an announcement, if you're prone to motion sickness, and Amy's like, how can we be motion sick on a stunt show?
And the whole back wall started,
But they had a chase screen that was moving sideways like this, really fast.
If you were closer, I wonder if it would have affected more.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're back at the front of the park now. We haven't done Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, and I'm not sure if we're going to, but we do have that exact ride at Hollywood. The exact ride. So I'm not as concerned with it. But I promised James we were going to come over here to VillainCon Minion Blast again. And so I think we're going to do that. We did not use Express Pass earlier, so my mom and Aunt Valerie can use theirs. I don't even think, it says it's a 5-minute wait, even so, but we'll use the Express now. So this ride is really, really fun. We figured it would have a longer line. I just asked the team member, I said, is it even worth using Express for this? And he said, not really. It's the 5-minute wait either way. So we didn't use the Express, but I like this ride, but I like video game rides. I love Spidey at DCA, Toy Story Midway Mania, Astro Blasters, all of these video game style rides. I love them, and so these are great. I mean, I'm happy that there's like no line. Works for me. Okay, this was my best score. I beat that the score that I had previously, but who knows? You know, I guess there's points down there. Here are the guns that you shoot with, though. So the leaderboard is up here, and I'm not even in the top 30. I was 630, and the top 30 was 700. So I was pretty close. Not bad for a second go at it. But the highest one is a whole million points higher than I had. It is currently 1:54 in the afternoon, and I think we've done everything that we've wanted to do. We did not do Terminator. We did not Terminator. Why do I keep calling it that? Transformers. We did not do Transformers. We did not do Rip Ride Rocket. We didn't really want to do Rip Ride Rocket, but we also didn't do the Minion ride. But again, we have Minion and Transformers, both at Hollywood, so not a big deal. Gonna go back to Diagon Alley right now. After we get some ice cream, do some shopping, we're probably gonna leave. I know it's a little early. Park doesn't close till 7, but we're switching back to Disney Resort today, and we want to check in around the normal check-in time and hopefully do some swimming tonight and that sort of thing. We had planned before we even left for this trip that on Universal Studios Florida Day we were going to leave the park early, and then with Benjamin just being done with screens and scary simulators and things, it's a good time to call it. And for ice cream, we want to come up here to Florian Fortescue's, which we pointed out earlier. It's a bit of a minefield, like walking through here, because everyone stops to take photos in front of the dragon, and navigating can be quite difficult. So the soft serve ice cream here at Florian Fortescue's is really, it's a nice like appearance, the way that they do it. It kind of looks like this right here. The only problem is it's Florida, and in the Florida heat, this stuff melts really fast. And it doesn't look that pretty because of how fast it melts. But if you get the hard pack ice cream, that's, your standard type ice cream, and that's a little bit better. Now they do have I'm pretty sure they have a butterbeer ice cream somewhere in here. It's right there under features. I was looking all over for it and couldn't find it. Butterbeer ice cream. Well, you can get a souvenir glass, but I feel like I never actually used those, so we'll just get the regular.
And then we'll get one of the
Look at that face. So the Florida heat melts ice cream way too quickly.
I don't think they make it cold enough to begin with.
I couldn't get what Amy and James got. What did you get?
We got the strawberry and peanut butter ice cream flavor.
And how was it?
That's pretty good. It's more strawberry than peanut buttery. I think next time we'd get the butterbeer one, or I want to try the sticky toffee pudding, but James didn't want to try that one.
And he didn't want to get his own?
No, because he barely ate that. He was fine carrying. The hard scoop one's actually pretty big. We got 2 big scoops on there.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. I think you might get more ice cream. But yeah, it just melts so fast. We literally walked out the door and it was already dripping.
What did you think of the ice cream?
Good.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Benjamin had his own butterbeer only because we both wanted butterbeer and I wanted all of mine. So Benjamin got his own, but honestly, he didn't even eat it all himself. I'd eat about half of it. So I got 1.5 butterbeers, so I can't complain. Was it good?
Yeah.
You liked yours?
Yeah.
It was. The butterbeer ice cream was delicious. I didn't get it last time we were here, and I kind of was disappointed that I had gone with mint, I feel like. But oh yes, butterbeer is the way to go. Well, we're heading out, and we used our express, I feel, a fair few times, but I don't think we even needed it today.
Probably not.
Like, Gringotts was only a 15-minute wait when we did it.
It's a 40-minute wait right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. It had been previously delayed, and so it's possible that the line just wasn't that long once it reopened. But
I mean, still, you could have technically waited that and probably waited for everything to stand by in this park and got it done.
Express Pass was super helpful in Islands of Adventure,
yeah,
but
very helpful.
I would say completely unnecessary on a day like today, which is Wednesday, May 22nd.
We walked back to our resort at Universal, got our luggage, and now we are headed back to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. And if you can't tell yet, we are stuck in, lovely I-4 traffic that happens all the time. So, should be only another about 20 minutes till we get there, and we're looking forward to checking in again.
Just arrived at Disney's Caribbean Beach. Now I'm gonna walk over here to check in at Old Port Royale and find out where our room is. After staying at these places so often, I have very particular room requests, and I make those room requests before we check in. But I was told that if you check in online, it essentially negates those room requests. So just to be safe, I don't check in online. I come in here because, again, I'm hoping for a very specific building that we like the best out of many of the places we've stayed. And so we're just gonna come in the lobby here and zip off to the left. Wait over here in line to check in with a cast member. Well, here we are, 5215. We are in the Aruba building. And let's just pop this out to wide angle lens. 2 queen beds in here. We have the pull down bed, which we'll show you in just a moment. Okay, that's better. We got some lights on, and I opened up the barn doors here. So let's continue the tour with the bathroom first. We have 2 sinks, double sink. That's already better than Pop Century. Although I feel like this whole area in general seemed nicer at Pop Century. But this is far more spacious. So I guess you got function or space. We'll take the space. Thank you very much. In here, nothing super fancy about this bathroom and this shower. In fact, once again, Pop Century, a little bit fancier, surprisingly. Especially with the shower head, there's a rain shower at Pop Century, but it is what it is.
Pop Century they have newly remodeled rooms over at Pop Century. I think even some of the All-Star resorts, whereas these ones, they upgraded them, but they did it before they remodeled some of the resorts, so it's still kind of the old style.
Okay, so our model here is going to open up the, uh-oh, it got stuck. Okay, there we go. Open up the 5th sleeper, and we'll probably put Benjamin on this because he's our littlest guy, and this is the smallest bed. It's not a full-size twin mattress. It's definitely a much smaller mattress, but this is our room. Okay, so here's a problem, right? So I was like, oh, where is our fridge? Because we have 2 drawers here, 2 drawers there. And they're fairly deep drawers, mind you. Nice and deep drawers. But look at this. There's the fridge. Those aren't drawers, which means your extra drawers are down here. Why is that a problem? Well, because when the 5th sleeper is down, look what happens. Can't get at them. Can't get them. And can't get anything out of them, really. Which means this has to be put away in order to access that drawer.
I believe that's only a problem with these 5th sleeper rooms. So if you have one of the standard rooms that doesn't have the 5th sleeper, I believe you'll have more of a normal setup right here with more drawers and not a pull down bed.
When we first got in here and I said on camera that that Benjamin was going to sleep in the 5th sleeper, James got a little disappointed, but he didn't understand what that meant. And that meant that he gets this whole bed all to himself. And as soon as he learned that, he was like, yay! Like, he was so excited. He gets the big bed all to himself.
That means I can sleep anywhere.
You can sleep anywhere. Yes, you can. You can fill up the whole bed if you want. I will say one thing. These pillows are so much nicer than either of the 2 previous resorts that we've stayed at. I like them. They're down, they're comfortable, and it's so relaxing. I do want to make a quick note that I mentioned we wanted to request a room. 52 is not what we requested. We requested 45 or 51, and there were no rooms available. So 52 is the closest that we could get. It works. For dinner tonight, we are going to walk over to the Riviera Resort. We're not actually going to eat at our resort. We have plenty of times. I'm sure we'll grab a snack or something from Centertown at some point throughout our stay here at Caribbean Beach. But we thought for the evening that we would eat at Primo Piatto. There are some items that we really want to try. Here we go, Disney's Riviera Resort. I always love coming in this way. Beautiful fountains, beautiful murals. They go all the way around. He's that desperate to go swimming, he almost went swimming in the fountain. Then they have the tangled one. Ooh. This is the epitome of beautiful resort right here, but it's a little too expensive for us. So here is their main lawn area. You can see Primo Piatto right over there. But we can come in through this door and hang a right, I believe. And here we are. Here is a quick look at their menu. This is the sandwiches. And over here we have some salads as well as entrees. They've already brought out the sides for the kids' meals, and Benjamin saw this and was like, oh wow. He's really excited to have that. And here's a look at our food. The boys both got the kids' pasta, and don't forget that they also got the sides earlier. And I got the croque monsieur, which is basically just a really fancy ham and cheese sandwich, and it came with a side of tomato soup. And Amy got the beef bolognese. Now, we are both actually going to split these items so that we can each try half of it. So, what did you think of dinner?
I thought it was really good. It felt like a table service restaurant, but it was still quick service.
That's what I was about to say. We sat down, they gave us like a little pager so they knew where we were sitting, but then they hand delivered all of our food, and it was like sit down table quality food, and then they even came and cleaned up too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, honestly, now thinking about it, it was kind of like what Be Our Guest used to be.
Yeah.
When it was open for lunch.
Very similar to that.
Where, you know, you got actual plates and but they brought it out too. Because like some of the places in Disneyland, they have actual plates and silverware, but you're still carrying it yourself on a tray. Whereas, like you said, with this, like they come out, they delivered even the kids like apple slices first, and so they were able to munch on something while waiting for the food, which was nice.
As far as the food goes, what we ordered was actually like, she picked what she wanted, I picked what I wanted, and then we thought, oh, let's give this a try. I took like 2 bites of hers, and she looked over at me after taking 2 bites of mine, and she said, you know, I would rather have that. And I'm like, really? Because I would rather have the sandwich. And so we're like,
okay, swap back.
we swapped right back. I was planning on eating half of hers and she was going to eat half of mine, but after 2 bites, we just swapped back and ate what we originally ordered. So
and the kids really enjoyed theirs. They just got plain noodles with tomato sauce, but they were super happy to have that.
Yeah.
You know, basic meal, but I think they both ate all their apple slices that came with it, and we still have a little like yogurt smoothie drink that came with it and a chocolate milk. I'm going to go put those back in the fridge in our room, and they can have them for breakfast tomorrow morning.
In case anybody was curious, the tomato soup here is not better than Jolly Holiday.
But it's still good.
It was good. But Jolly Holiday, there's something about that Jolly Holiday tomato soup, I gotta tell you. Time to walk back over to our room, and we are going to be in that building straight ahead. We're right under the Skyliner. We're back in the room now, and we're all changed to go swimming. We're going to go down to the pool for a night swim. It's not night yet. It's like 6:15. But we have had a long, busy day today. This video is not over. I'm sure we'll go do something like walk around the park in the dark or something or whatever, because I love walking around this resort at night. But I'm not going to. I brought the GoPro with me to film the pool so you guys can see it. But that's going to be on the next day's video when we take our afternoon break. We'll film all of that. We're just kind of tired tonight, and I to be honest, I don't feel like filming. So we're just going to go and have some fun. But know that we are going to the pool. For an evening snack, we stopped in at the Centertown Market and grabbed ourselves a premium Mickey ice cream sandwich. It needs to be mint. Where is the mint? As well as an allergy-friendly brownie. And you can see that here. They didn't have any like non-allergy friendly brownies, so I'm just assuming that the brownie is allergy friendly. All right, kids are in bed, they're asleep. So Amy and I are gonna go on a bit of a stroll. Should have brought our cup, forgot to bring our cup. Luckily that machine back there is like right next to our room. We can hear Epcot fireworks, this is why we came outside. But we're gonna see if we can see them. I doubt we can see them here. We might have to go over to Centertown to see them. And I think that's a no problem. Kinda. Let's go walk over to the bridge. I bet you we could see them better on the bridge. Every single night we generally try to see the fireworks, don't we?
Yeah, well, I think last time we stayed here, it just happened to be that's when we always were at Centertown, like refilling our mugs and like getting an evening snack and walking back and be like, oh look, it's 9 o'clock, the fireworks are on.
And I'm sure that will happen again this trip too. This is just the first day for Caribbean Beach, and because we weren't in a park, we just figured we'd put the kids to bed at a decent hour for once. But the next 2 nights, I'm sure we won't be getting back until 9 o'clock. I love just coming for a walk to this resort at night, simply because I can look over at the Riviera and see how beautiful it is. We're gonna see if we can see the fireworks from the bridge here now. But it doesn't look like it. I really think we're gonna have to go all the way over to Centertown. In which case I'm gonna be bummed we didn't bring our cups. We literally just heard fireworks and like rushed out of our room. The kids were already asleep, or I would have said, oh, come on kids, let's go. But they were out. I'm not going all the way down to Centertown. I'm just gonna go back to the room. I generally wouldn't have any problem leaving the kids back in the room if they were aware that we left, but they're asleep, and I don't want a chance like Benjamin waking up and getting scared we're not there or anything like that. But had they known we were going on a walk, that'd be one thing. So just gonna head back to the room. Amy, on the other hand, did continue on down to Centertown. She wanted to look for something in the shop, but I'm gonna head back. Well, that's it for our time here today on day 6 of our Orlando vacation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. As always, if you want to see last year's vacation, I'll put a playlist to Aulani up here. And if you want to see the rest of our trip this time, I will put the playlist right here. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.